Hello, I am Annabelle Carrot Nouri, the founder and author of the Urvalues Life Guide, your universal life guide towards peace and happiness. Come and find here meaning, enthusiasm, peace, stability, inspiration, motivation, courage throughout all these ideas and stories. Hello, everyone, and welcome back on Your Values. Today is a podcast on how is your value included in today's society? How is it compatible with maybe a capitalist society, certain governments, or certain laws? Is it possible? How can we practice it every day? So to remind you, your values is a universal solution towards peace and happiness by finding your balance through nourishment and life values. We are composed of body, mind, and soul. Their equilibrium depends entirely on our lifestyle and is under our full responsibility. With your values, learn to enhance and connect them. Throughout my story, I share with you various advice, inspirations, knowledge, and recipes, conveying you to this wonderful life journey to become the best version of yourself, no matter who we are, where we come from, our religion, nationality, age, or gender. We all have one thing that unites us: your values. Now, all these exercises and life values bring us to the point: happiness. In life, we all seek one thing: happiness, love. If you work hard, you will acquire life values and you will feel love and happiness. If you don't, you will lack this and therefore compensate with material things such as drugs, sex, alcohol, money, games, food, etc. Think about it. Everything we do in life is what we go towards. And what we go towards is what we feel attracted to and love. Work hard on your values, okay? And you will feel more love and peace than you have ever felt before. You can. You deserve this. I'm willing to get hurt so I can feel. Easy choices, difficult life. Difficult choices, easy life. It's a simple scheme. It is necessary to go through hard work, difficulties, and sometimes even extreme suffering to meet true happiness. Be grateful and respectful. We observe this phenomenon with old money and new money, nouveau riche. Old money is built from zero through generations, and generally these people tend to be more discreet and spend much less, have life values and know the values of things. They do not have to prove anything to anyone, family bonds are strong, and no compensation is needed. Whereas new money tends to lack this understand of value. They spend money as if it was falling off trees and show off because the work put in is not enough. The self-satisfaction, self-accomplishment is lacking. They need to find validation outside and prove to people permanently. This is exactly the problem society is facing today. There is no secret in life. There is no shortcut. Nothing is free, tangibly or intangibly. You must work hard for what you want. Your values is this work that must be done. The game changer is the most difficult thing to do, which is to take action. It is scary and it hurts, but we are all in the same game, and this is what must change. How do I take action? Well, first of all, put your ego aside. This is what stops us. But most of all, would I still do the same if I were alone? If the answer is yes, then you're on the right track. If the answer is no, then put your ego aside and act. Look at everything around you, every little square millimeter that has been through and built by somebody. How incredible is that? We are so capable, we have the strength to do anything. There is even more potential. I will mention a friend of mine who said to me one day, "What do you see all around you?" And I replied, "Well, a table, a lamp, a window, and a tree." He answered, "Look closer. They're all ideas. There is a brain behind each thing, someone behind each thing." I never forgot this. You have no idea how strong your mind is. Happiness begins when you realize happiness is not a goal itself, it is a continuity. What one thinks about one's life globally. No great event has ever been emotionless. You must have emotions and accept them. We spend our time looking for problems and then escaping these problems or trying to solve them. We also spend our time trying to spend time faster. Be patient. Life is management. To have a good life, you must be a good manager. That's it. Manage and master your life force energy. Quality choices make a quality life. Self-discipline is needed for this. There are joyful people and miserable people, but there are no good people and bad people. To determine if something is good or bad, the good always comes from the heart. Criminals kill not because it doesn't come from the heart, even masochists or psychopaths. It gives them pleasure, but only because the reason is deviated from the heart because of traumas, sickness, and disease. One single problem, emotional blockage and resistance, therefore inner imbalance happens. We all have the power within us to be happy and make the world a better place. It doesn't matter if you have a bad past or a good past. What matters is what you do with it. Fill your life with emotions. Let them flow. Don't block to protect yourself, because you will compensate with something else. This is why meditation is so important. Open your chakras and let the energy flow in, around and through you. In this book, you can notice that throughout each culture around the world, the notions of energy, body, mind, soul, meditation, and inner balance are present. This is not a coincidence. This is what gathers us all, and I believe it is now time for us to focus on it. Your values is here for a reason. From Maya to Cherokee civilizations, to Ikigai and Higo ways of life, to Buddhism and Christianism religions, Indian and Japanese food, we are all united through your values. We all have limited time on earth, okay? Spend it wisely. The world is full of precious diamonds yet to be discovered, beautiful cultures, places, stories, souls, and living beings. It would be a pity to just spend this time getting hammered, buying material, useless objects, and hurting each other. Tangible, by definition, has a beginning and an end. Intangible is infinite. Today we focus on the tangible, yet we want everything to last forever. This makes no sense. It is time to work on the root, the intangibles. I have met many beautiful people that I have tremendous respect from all walks of life. Old, young, men, women, from many different nationalities, religions, rich and poor. These people all have one thing in common: inner balance and life values. The peel is meaningless without the fruit. A quote from Sadhguru. If tomorrow everything disappears, everything artificial, no more internet or electricity, the only thing left will be your mind, your body, your soul, your life values, your skills. Only the ones who have that will survive and are already alive and living true life. If we all manage to gather the best of each culture, the determination of the US, the elegance and fine aesthetics of Europe, the hygiene and discipline of Japan, the organization and resistance of Eastern Europe, the kindness and caring of Scandinavia, the joy and celebrations of Africa, the loyalty of South America, the peace and calm of India, and live balanced, healthy, with life values, no more conflict will exist. We will not pollute each other or blame each other. Diseases, depression, famine, wars, and poverty will disappear. Respect, kindness, joy, and altruism will be present more than ever. Antisocial behaviors and fear will decrease. We will stop looking at our screens and finally look at each other in the eyes and smile again. Peace and happiness will remain. It all starts from each one of us, so become the best version of yourself. Now, to talk about your values, the place in today's society, maybe throughout the legal drugs and maybe politics with politicians. First of all, talking about drugs, your values believes, and I believe that we use basically drugs, meaning cigarettes, smoking, any drugs, medication, alcohol, maybe food, sugar, to de-stress. It's not work that stresses us out, because I know people who work all the time. I work all the time, who sleep 3 hours per night and are never tired. And because they love what they do. But what happens is that we have so much to do, and we think about the past, so we are depressed, or we think about the future and we are anxious. But it's not the work, it's the way we perceive it and what we think, okay? And when you do meditation or you take drugs is the easy way but very unhealthy. Well, meditation takes time. We want to let go, be in acceptance, and be in the present moment. If you take the time to meditate regularly, you will do a form of reset every day, a reset, an update, an organization, a cleanup of your ideas. You will release your body and be a few moments in the present moment. None of your responsibilities, your thoughts, your ideas, the past, the future, just here and now. You will stop being in autopilot mode, and you will be conscious of your body. You will stop to attach to your emotions. You will observe them in an objective way, and as well as your thoughts. Now you will be free. And you will be in reality now, because now the only thing that exists is the present moment. Your ideas, your emotions, your past, and your future do not exist, or exist only in your mind and in your perspective. This is why it's so important to meditate, to be in the reality. The rest does not exist. It has nothing religious. When you observe world conflicts, it doesn't have any meaning, because generally it's only for personal and subjective, very subjective opinions. So if political or presidents took the time to meditate, if they just took time to meditate and be conscious of things and see things objectively, there will be no conflict. No conflict. When you are in the present moment, your mind is freed, okay? And when your mind is freed, like as drugs, it's the same state as meditation, you become creative. The mind can create only when it's free, okay? The mind can create only when it's free. So and then you become open-minded, and when you're open-minded, you're aware of different cultures and things, and you're in non-judgment. You become very tolerant, and tolerance is what we need in today's society. This is why artists and people who meditate are very open-minded and non-judgmental. And this is why I mostly believe these people, creators, entrepreneurs, innovators, artists, and those who meditate more than any political governor. When you're in the present moment, your ideas and your opinions are pure and totally not attached to or polluted to any exterior idea or any opinion. You liberate your emotions, you free your emotions, and there is a lot of love. You show a lot of love. Like in parties, when you have a drink, there's a lot of love. But this love is true. You have it within you. And because you free it, because you're in the present moment. And generally you block it only in every day because society tells you to do. Don't show your emotions. It's weak. It's not true. Not showing your emotions means you're not capable of facing them. You're afraid to show them. People are not afraid to say, I love you, to cry, to show their emotions, are strong. They have their emotions, they accept them, and they deal with the thing. They deal with it. And not having any emotions is extremely, extremely dangerous in today's society. Like psychopaths don't have emotions, and a psychopath chopping someone's head off or tearing a piece of paper, they don't make the difference. They don't feel anything. And if you don't feel anything, you don't make any memories. And you don't remember anything. You don't care about nothing. And this is very dangerous. Same as artificial intelligence. We are asking ourselves questions about artificial intelligence and security. But the base is, if we have educated people with life values, with respect, gratitude, with consciousness, acceptance, forgiveness, self-discipline, then no human being with these principles will use badly artificial intelligence. Therefore, there is no need to create security, right? And same in places where, I don't know, in places where you need bodyguards. If people are respectful, you don't need a bodyguard because nobody's going to attack you. So it's a whole business here. Talking about to legalize drugs, well, yes and no, because I speak about it for trauma healing. Now, I believe, again, it's non-transformed. If you use things like plants, weed, or you have ayahuasca, you have cocaine, but I'm not sure about that. You have some certain plants, you have mushrooms that's used in addiction things. I've experienced some of that. I can tell you it helps. I think being used in a ceremony and medical way for Parkinson, weed is incredible. There is no addiction in that, and it stops people from shaking. Imagine you're shaking all the time and it stops. It's fantastic. Mushrooms work if it's really with professionals. It can work, and drugs have always existed in shamanic ceremonies, and I think it has a meaning. If you do it with a meaning, and people who do this generally don't use any alcohol, cigarettes, drugs. They don't need it. It's like when you meditate regularly. So why not in that way? But meditating and these ceremonies have nothing religious. They are only the root of what we are, just being in reality. That's it. So this is what is missing in the world. Now, talking about politics, points of views, your values, as well as ecology or things like this, or well-being towards people, I believe has no political party, Democrat, Republican, left, right. It's just something we all have a common root. You can't say left people have respect and right people don't, or vice versa, So I think that it should not be long. It should not be a discussion in the law to have a program like this. It should be taught even before learning how to read, how to write, how to count. You have to have life values first. When you have that good base, anything you do in life will work. You can express your ideas properly. So basically, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. It's big point of view of your values in today's society. Thank you for taking your life in hand, for following your values. Congratulations. And I will do many, many more on this. With the world situation evolving, I have new ideas and new things to tell you. So in the meantime, I wish you a beautiful life until the next podcast. And see you soon on your values. Please feel free to write to me if you have any questions. I wish you good. Bye-bye.